Let's talk about resources. One of the goals we had in this position is recognizing the different resources that we have. Resources for teachers, for parents and families, for children, for our program. So we're going to dive into that. We're going to find out what all Michelle found in our local community, and then you can relate that to your community. Create a checklist. We'll have a checklist. We'll have a link to it in the description of this video. Our goal with this position was to support our teachers and classrooms in a way that we never had been before. One of the goals we had in this position is recognizing the different resources that we have.
It's been great to really step into this new role. I'm pretty happy with the way things are rolling.
Talk to us about resources. Where did you start, or just pick one and we'll go from there?
So where I started with resources is I kind of started very basic. So as far as resources for counseling, speech, vision, things like that for our kids. And then once that grew and once we realized where our demands were, we went on top of that. So we do have a few friends who get resources for, we have the TAG group, which is the autism group at Family Health West. So that's been super great for families who, need that little bit of help because not all of us are, familiar with kids who need those special needs. So we've really provided some of those. We do have local parents who have provided their resources. We have a couple counselors as parents. So really just gaining all these resources, like you said, children, staff, parents, family, and we've been really trying to build our community too, so that way, we want our parents to be comfortable when they do ask for help or resources, because I know it is kind of hard to, ask for help. So we're making that as easy as possible. We also have.
Let's make sure we talk about all the kids. Because you started great with kids. So you talked about through the district. Yes. They can get services for speech, for behavior,
vision.
Vision. Through the district is vision. You talked about TAG, which is a specific program through one of our local hospitals for children with autism. Yes. What other specific ones were we think? We talked about parents. Parent council. Don't forget, your parents are amazing resources, and they want to contribute to the program, and what a great way for them to do that, right? So we talked about parents and counseling.
And then a really great resource too was Hilltop. So Hilltop offers not only resource for the kids, but parenting classes as well. So there are parenting classes for dads specifically. So we have the Swan Clinic, we have Strive, we have Mind Spring. So these are our resources that really help with those.
What are those three? What is Swan?
So Swan is for counseling services, psychological services. So they are really helpful with kids in those needs. And then same with Strive. Strive also offers kids with those behaviors, those more difficult behaviors. Strive offers classes, counseling. They also offer play therapy for kids too. Hilltop Family Resource Center provides all things from counseling, parenting classes, even cooking classes to get more involved with your kids and at home. So these are things we really want to bring to the community. We really want to have our parents engage with our children, or with their children.
And we'll have a list of all of the resources we found. And what we encourage you to do is then relate that to your community and be like, let's look for counseling services. Let's reach out to the hospitals. Let's reach out to our county offices, as well as your early childhood council. Licensing, they may have some resources. Your parents are great ones. Okay, so we've talked a lot about supporting children and families. In our county, like you said, has a lot of parenting classes as well.
Yes.
What about resources for teachers? What kinds of things specifically for teachers? And of course, a lot of that for teachers are referring families to these additional resources. But over and above that, what other kinds of resources have you found?
I do have, with me I've taken pyramid training and a coaching training. I have gotten really great resources as far as how staff can talk to parents, how to approach parents. I've made my own resource sheet for our parents. So those include everything from how to talk with parents, dealing with behaviors, how to write lesson plans, hot buttons, learning, when to pretty much pick your battles with the kids. So I have a lot of great things for teachers in that aspect to really help cut down on burnout, getting upset, and just a lot of tips and tricks to help teachers kind of think of more creative, outside the box strategies for their children.
This is not what Shale does for her side gig, is sit in front of a video camera. And we had our staff development day here in February last month, and you did an amazing job doing a training talking about challenging behaviors and building relationships, specifically with children. So we'll put a link to that video up here in the top, hopefully right there. That card will show up. So check out Shale's video on there. And it was such a growth for you.
Yes,
like, I'm so proud of you just to see you grow with us and get outside of your comfort zone.
Yes, this has definitely taken me out of my comfort zone. Like Mr. Kirk said, I am not one for public speaking, but I think being able to take these classes and jump in this role has really amped my confidence and showed me that I can do this, I can support our families, and I can support our staff and our children.
Yeah, and I'm not trying to turn Michelle into a YouTuber. However, but these experiences here are helping and supporting your public speaking ability, right? Because that is the greatest fear that people have, most. And that has led to trainings and team meetings, right? You host a lot of team meetings. So we'll grab all of the preschool staff. Let's say there's 4 preschool teachers that work in a room at different times throughout the week. So Shale, will lead that team meeting with them, as well as doing some staff meeting trainings as well. So that's a big part. I love how you said supporting our teachers and resources for them are solutions, ideas, reaching into your bag of tricks, things you brought and things you're learning, and organizing that bag of tricks for them so they can be like, how am I ever gonna, figure out, Sally and the issues that we're having there, and support her differently.
So other resources too for teachers is really just encouraging those extra educational hours, those extra educational classes to just really amplify the success of our, to amplify the success of our teachers when dealing with, children and those behaviors. So our PDIS system that we do our daily trainings offers a lot of those to really help and educate our teachers. We also have local classes through our community college. WCCC and CMU offers child classes. Also online, there's been a lot of great online classes coming out as far as Mesa County, Colorado Shines, TikTok training. So on top of just general resources, we have a lot of classes and education that our teachers can work towards.
And right now there's so much funding and scholarship opportunities for early childhood education and growth. We've had a lot of our teachers take the CDA program, and as well as the online courses and in person our local universities and community colleges.
And the WCCC, we have a couple teachers going into that to also earn their lead qualifications. Right.
So again, ask questions, figure out who your partnerships are professionally in your community, and look for resources for your teachers as well as funding. Right now is 2023 still, there's so much funding available. And what happens with government dollars, if you don't use them, you lose them. So whoever is holding those dollars in your community is likely motivated to help you be successful in spending those in the appropriate areas to support your teacher's early childhood career path. All right, so we're gonna wrap up this lesson here in this video, so please follow us along. This is video 4 in a series, hoping to support your early childhood program, supporting this role, finding this role. You may redefine it slightly in your program, but it's been such a great support for us, and I can tell you that as our administrative team grows, and this is such a versatile, critical component for us that, we look forward to continue to share with you. So stick along for the journey. We'll see you soon.
Thanks.